Welcome to my video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. You're catching me on my YouTube channel, True Divine 44. You can get me on my Facebook page, True Divine, and it is The True Divine for both Instagram and Twitter. Any likes, shares, subscribes, follows and comments are greatly appreciated, and much love to everybody who does that thus far. I put out as much free content as I can, mainly via tarot, to help support, guide and inspire those who want to be or need to be supported, guided and inspired. So I do these daily energy readings. I work with energy, I work with tarot and combine the two together to bring a narrative to you that can help you focus your day, pick up on the energies that you're feeling within and around you and within others. So this is for the day of the 20th of August 2020. Strong energies at the minute. You know, choose your frequency, choose your lane and choose it quick, that kind of energy. So on the bottom of the deck, we'll go this way first, in that we have the Seven of Cups, but it's in reverse. So you see there's a lot of desires here, there's a lot of options here, there's the too many options, and it's unfocused. It's even more unfocused that it's in reverse. It's vain desires, you know, things that really at this moment in time where we are at in this present moment really should not and do not matter. So it's asking us to focus our energy, and that is impacted by the bottom of the other deck with the Nine of Wands. So taking stock, you know, I've worked hard to get to that point in the Nine of Wands, but you know, it's taking a pause, taking some time out to look at what the options are, what the direction needs to be, where you need to be at, what actions you need to follow through with, and what you need to maybe let go of and not burden yourself with anymore. It's more impactful at the deck, the card right underneath that is the Ten of Wands. You know, so to get you to the end of this cycle that has been difficult, it's been hard work. You can see how much hard work it is there, getting all of those wands up that hill. You can see that guy leaning his whole body weight into it. So it's been a pursuit, it's been hard work. So that, coupled with the Seven of Cups in reverse, speaks of focus your energy, focus your mind. This isn't a time for emptying your vessel, emptying your energy in pursuits that aren't going to pay off, that aren't going to give you a good result, that aren't on your path. And so the next card is a repetitive card again for the last few days, the Eight of Wands. Lots of messages coming in, universal messages. The energy itself is trying to give messages, heads up of it feels like a tipping point. And you know, it's unfortunate that often we see tipping points once they've happened. Once we see the results of what that tipping point was, then we can pinpoint where the tipping point happened. But it's the true wisdom to take stock, to take everything into account and see the tipping point as it appears, as it is coming into focus, and act appropriately to tip things in the right direction. And that is the calling that we are all having right now collectively, to affect our homes in a positive way. Because the clarifying card for the Eight of Wands is the Four of Wands, sorry. So it represents the home, it represents the fruits, your children, the fruits of how you work together with your family unit, with whatever unit represents you, your friendship unit, people who you live with, the home, your homestead, the place that you rest your head and should feel safe and should be able to provide all the shelter and all the nourishment that you need. Not being focused right now and indulging in vain pursuits with this Seven of Cups in reverse does speak of being in danger of rocking the home in a way that isn't good, that isn't meant to be. Lots of truth coming through regarding maybe some family members that you don't want to hear or that you didn't expect to hear. It might rock you a little bit. Remember to take a pause before you give any response or any reaction. Take that pause with this Nine of Wands. Take it all in and act in wisdom rather than any arrogance or ego or anger even. The messages coming through that are of high frequency, you know, you have to be focused, you have to be on point to be able to listen to them, to be able to take heed of them, to be able to know what you're being told and actually know enough of yourself to know your gut feeling, your intuition, to actually act upon it, to protect your home, to make your home fruitful, especially to protect your children. This is about, a lot of this is about by our fruits we're known. A lot of our actions now as the adults in this present moment, in this tipping point, because I can see the tipping point, I felt the tipping point coming over the last 6 months. We really are at the point of it now, seesawing back and forth, depending on the responses that we give to the actions that are put out into the collective. And so we really do need to know that our actions right now do represent the tipping point of what our children will experience in the future. Hey, Theodore. So it's imperative that we take the messages, the insight, and take heed of it now, rather than looking back in hindsight and wishing that we had listened to the universal energies, wishing that we had taken notice of the tipping point that we were given. So to clarify, the next card to go further is Judgment, and this has come up a few times. So talking about getting back on your soul's path, listening to that trumpet sound, listening to that universal energy of reminding yourself of who you are and what the powers you have within, what you can create, what you can manifest, you know, to sort of trumpet you out, not sound you out of this stupor that you're in of vain pursuits with that 7 of Cups in reverse. To clarify that, we've got, one second, I've got a bunny rabbit out and a cat. So Theodore, can you lock the bunny in here with me and make sure Mit's out of the room just in case? Sorry, family. So to clarify the Judgment card, we have the Empress. And so this is a reminder of that we are on a soul's journey. We are powerful, powerful souls wrapped up in this human biological machine to fully experience everything that we can experience, to fully be present and be apparent in this experience, to make a difference, to leave this experience having made changes that are of high frequency, of collective compassion, of love, and reminding the people here that, you know, that love is really the basis for all things. If we act in love and in wisdom, things really do look very different to how they look now often. So really hearing that trumpet sound, that energy call, that frequency call to say, get back in line, remember who you are. The Empress really emphasizes this because she knows with the energy of the Empress, you're known by your thoughts, your words and your deeds, and you manifest the reality from those three. And so she is the combination of both the first two cards, the Fool and the Magician. Starting that experience, well, wait here with me one second. Starting that experience and truly being able to know that we can make things better by starting here, being mindful of this, and whatever actions we take, make sure that they are actions that are compassionate, that are full of wisdom, not full of ego, not full of vain pursuits. So it really is a very strong call to say, get back in line, get in your line, get in your frequency, make a difference, make some choices, remember who you are, remember how powerful you are. Stop whatever you need to stop the conditioning, the manipulation and the control that would lessen in your mind what you are and what the powers you hold are. And so the next card is the King of Pentacles. So it's asking us to take our throne, to accept our divinity and our sovereignty, and really take on board the message of this judgment card and the Empress card, both together, saying, you remember the powers that you have to manifest the realities that you live in, the experiences that you have here while in this physical realm. And so, asking us to really take that on board, accept our sovereignty, accept our divinity, and act accordingly. Act like the King of Pentacles, with authority, with strategy. Act like we know what we're doing, rather than waiting to be told what to do, waiting to be told how we can live, how we can be, what we have to accept, and what we don't have, what we have to give up. And so to clarify that, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. This is the message to say that you are capable of creating your full abundance, your being in alignment with in your material world, having all of the luxury, all of the nourishment, all of the abundance that is required to experience this experience fully and change it for the better for the next generation, to really start sharing the wisdom, to really start taking this time while our children aren't being indoctrinated in schools, to really teach them about their own powers, about who they really are, to use what was meant for harm for good, by really preparing the ground for the next generation. And after all, if that's not a very important part of the journey for many people, I don't know what is. Our children, when we are right of mind and right of heart, mean everything to us. Our children's children, before they're even born, mean everything to us. So the only way they learn is through example. What example are you setting your children? Are you showing them how divine and sovereign you are? Are you showing them that you are on your own throne, creating your own reality, because you know the message of the judgment card? You know that you are a powerful soul wrapped up in a biological machine to experience things in this physical realm. And therefore you know that by your thoughts, your words and your deeds, you can manifest and create the reality that is meant for you, that is good for you, that is full of abundance, no lack. To clarify that, another card popped out, and it's the Moon card. And it's to really start to take hold of our intuition, our intuitive powers, the messages that we can receive through spirit, our remembrance of our soul and how powerful we are and the gifts that we have, but also to be able to finally see through the illusions that are created by the powers that be, to see through the illusions that are created by individuals around us in our individual lives, in our nucleus life, that would manipulate and try and control because they're hungry for power. To be able to see through those veils will truly set you free, and to really take on board this message of knowing thyself, creating thyself, and leading the next generation through example, through divinity, through sovereignty, to let them know that they create their world, and we prepare the ground for them for the next generation. So that's the reading for the 20th of August 2020. I hope that helps. I hope that hits the right ears. If you'd like a personal reading with me, get in touch. If you'd like any spiritual guidance or any energy work, you can also get in touch with the details below. Hit me up on Facebook at True Divine, on my business page. Other than that, I'll see you soon. Much love, be balanced, and as always, be whole. Mwah. Say bye-bye. With your fringe out the way.